Let's be honest, when things go wrong in your business, your first thought is probably something like, why can't my team just get it? Why do I have to tell them the same thing over and over? If I could just find better people, this would all be easier. I get it. I've been there. But here's the uncomfortable truth: your business is not stuck because of your team, it's stuck because of the system they're trying to work inside. If there's no clear way of doing things, no simple scoreboard, and no habit of improving, even great people will look average. In this video, I want to talk to you as the owner or leader about how your system is actually shaping your results. The mindset shift that turns your team from order takers into problem solvers, and a simple way to build a continuous improvement culture without launching a big culture program or turning into a motivational speaker. Think of this as the leadership layer on top of all the tools we've been talking about. The owner who blamed his team. Let me tell you about an owner I worked with. We'll call him Mike. Mike ran a 15-person service business. He was sharp, worked hard, cared about his customers. But every time something went wrong, he said the same thing: I can't find good people. Nobody cares as much as I do. I shouldn't have to babysit grown adults. Here's what his world looked like. No one agreed on how work should flow. Everyone had their own way of doing quotes, onboarding, and delivery. There was no simple scoreboard, just gut feel and bank balance. Every problem funneled straight to Mike. He was exhausted and quietly resentful. His team felt micromanaged and confused. When we dug in, it turned out his people weren't lazy, they weren't clueless, they were trying to do good work inside a system that was fuzzy. So instead of starting with "we need better people," we started with clearer process, simple standards, basic metrics, and different leadership behaviors from him. The results didn't happen overnight, but over the next year, errors dropped, fire drills got rarer, the team started bringing solutions instead of just problems, and Mike actually took a vacation without his phone exploding. The biggest change wasn't his team, it was how he saw his role as a leader. Mindset shift from hero to architect. Most small business owners grow up as the hero. You fix things, you close deals, you make the tough calls. The business survives because you're willing to jump in and do whatever it takes. The problem is, if you stay in hero mode forever, you accidentally keep your business dependent on you. In a continuous improvement culture, your main job shifts from hero to architect. Instead of asking, how do I fix this? You start asking, what system change would make this problem less likely to happen at all? Your focus moves from individual performance to the environment people are working in. That doesn't mean you ignore bad behavior or low effort. It means you assume most people want to do good work, and your responsibility is to make that as easy as possible. So let's talk about what that looks like in practice. Your system, the three things only the owner can really own. As the owner or top leader, there are three things you can't outsource: clarity of direction, the basic system your team works inside, the habit of improving that system; clarity of direction. People need to know, what game are we actually trying to win? Is the priority profit, growth, quality, speed, something else? How do we know if we're winning or losing? If you're vague, they'll make up their own priorities. That's when you see some people chasing revenue at any cost, others obsessing over perfection, others just trying not to get yelled at. You don't need a 10-page vision document. You need a short, clear message like, for the next 12 months, our focus is improve margin, speed up delivery, and keep our best customers longer. Then tie your improvement efforts to that. The basic system. This is how work flows, your core processes, how you expect key steps to be done, standards, how you keep score, metrics, and meetings. You don't have to design every detail, but you do have to say, we will have a standard way to onboard a client. We will look at these 5 to 7 numbers every week. We will use a simple board to track work and improvements. If you don't define the skeleton, the business becomes 15 mini businesses run in 15 different ways. The habit of improving. If you never make time to improve, your team gets the message. Just get through the day. Don't bother fixing anything. Your job is to protect. A short weekly huddle, a simple improvement log, 1 or 2 experiments each month. Even if you're not the one doing the improvement work, you're the one who says, this matters. We're not sacrificing this every time we get busy. How you show up, signals. Your team is reading. Here's the part leaders often underestimate. Your team reads your behavior as the real strategy. You can say, we care about improvement, but if you cancel every improvement meeting when things get busy, blow up at people when they bring up problems, or ignore the standards when it's inconvenient, they learn very quickly. This is just talk. Survival is the real game. Let me give you a few concrete signal shifts. Signal 1, how you react to problems. Old pattern, someone brings you a problem, you sigh, blame, or jump in and fix it yourself. New pattern, you treat it as data about the system. You ask, where in the process did this happen? Is this a one-off or a pattern? What's one thing we could test so this happens less? That tells people it's safe to surface issues. We use them to improve, not to shame. Signal 2, how you handle standards. Old pattern, you ask for procedures, but you're the first one to say, just skip it, we don't have time, or you do your own thing because I've always done it this way. New pattern, you follow the same checklists and scripts you expect others to use. And if the standard is bad, you say, okay, let's fix the standard, not just ignore it. That tells people we're serious, standards matter, and we can improve them together. Signal 3, what you reward. Old pattern, praise people only for heroics and putting out fires, give the most attention to drama. New pattern, praise people who prevent issues, improve a process. Share hard truths about where things are broken. That tells people we value people who make the system better, not just those who suffer the most. A simple weekly rhythm that builds culture. Culture isn't built by posters or one big speech, it's built by rhythms. Here's a simple weekly rhythm you can use to build a continuous improvement culture without drowning in meetings. Step 1, 20-minute weekly huddle, same time, same day, same agenda. Look at your 5 to 7 key numbers. Ask what's working, what's not. Add problems and ideas to your improvement list. Choose one priority for the week. Keep it tight. You're teaching people we look at facts, we talk about issues, we don't just complain. We pick something to act on. Step 2, one focused improvement each month. Once a month, take one of those issues and run a mini workshop. Clarify the problem. Do a quick 5 whys with the people who touch it. Sketch the current process on a whiteboard. Pick one small change to test. PDCA. Decide how you'll know if it worked. Assign an owner who is not you if possible. You're there to guide, not to dominate. Step 3, close the loop. When an experiment ends, share the results in your huddle if it worked. Update the checklist or procedure. Thank the people who worked on it. That might sound basic, but very few businesses actually do it. This rhythm tells your team, we measure, we talk, we test, we learn, we adjust. That's what a continuous improvement culture looks like in the wild. Your team's role, from just do your job to improve your job. A culture shift isn't just about you, it's also about what you expect from your team. Right now, most roles are defined as do these tasks, don't screw up, don't cost us money. In a CI culture, every role has 2 parts. Do the work, improve the work. You don't need them running big projects. You want people to speak up when something doesn't make sense, suggest ways to simplify steps, help test small changes, update standards when they find a better way. You can reinforce this by adding improves their process as a line in job expectations, asking in one-on-ones, what's one thing about your job that we should improve this quarter, giving small stretches. Can you lead the next 5 whys session on that issue? Now, CI isn't just something you talk about at the leadership level. It's baked into what it means to be on the team. A 30-day leadership challenge to shift your culture. Let's finish with something you can actually do in the next month. Here's a 30-day leadership challenge. Week 1, own the system. Write your short, clear focus for the next 12 months, profit, speed, quality, retention, etc. Map one core process with your team. Start a simple improvement log if you don't have one. Week 2, change how you react. For 1 week, when a problem hits your desk, do not jump straight into blame or quick fixes. Instead, ask, where in the process did this happen? Is this a one-off or a pattern? What's one small test we could run to reduce this? Even if you still have to fix it right now, take 60 seconds to frame it as a system issue. Week 3, protect one improvement action in your weekly huddle. Pick one issue from the log, spend 20 to 30 minutes with the right people, run 5. Wise pick a small PDCA test, assign an owner, then protect that work. Don't let it get bumped by noise. Week 4, close the loop and celebrate, review the test results. Decide, keep, tweak, or drop, update any relevant checklist or standard publicly. Thank the people who worked on it. This isn't about transforming the whole culture in 30 days. It's about sending a clear signal. Around here, we don't just survive the week, we make the system a little better than it was last month. The hard truth and the opportunity, I'll leave you with this. If you're the owner or the leader, you can't blame your way to a better business. You can swap out team members, you can complain about the talent pool, but if the system stays the same, you'll just keep getting the same results with new faces. The hard truth is, if the business is chaotic, it's reflecting the way you've designed and led it so far. The good news is, if you change how you see your role, if you start acting more like an architect than a hero, if you put a simple system and rhythm in place, your team can rise to meet that. You don't have to turn into a different person overnight. You just have to start sending different signals and making different decisions about how the work gets done. If you want more help on what this looks like in a business like yours, hit like, subscribe, and drop a comment that says CI culture along with what kind of business you run. I'll keep making videos that don't just give you tools, but help you become the kind of leader who can actually use them to build a business that gets better every month, not just busier.